You know, when you're listening to kind of how this crime unfolded, you're hearing a combination of stabbing and shooting, and you're hearing a really gory scene. So my question to you is, does it look like these were well thought out murders?
It comes across as like a moment, or more than a moment, of rage on behalf of the person who committed the crimes. You know, the evidence suggests that they were killed by the gunshot wounds, and then in some instances the stabbings occurred after the person was dead. And in one instance, it's been reported that there were 48 stab wounds that occurred, and they believe it was after the person had died from the gunshot wounds. So it sounds like someone was raging, or, you know, in this case, the defendant was raging at the time that they were committing the murders.
Yeah, so Philip, that is kind of what the issue for me is. You know, you described, Nicholas, and I agree with you, what seems like kind of a fit of rage that would have led to this kind of crime. And then, you know, the defense has presented this evidence that this company, RJR Management, had 50 lawsuits during 2019, which is when these murders occurred, that the company carried out routine evictions every year, and then after evicting their tenants would go on to auction off their belongings, so alienated a lot of people. And then you've got this narrative, and actually it's factual, that this defendant had a pretty good relationship with the management company, was really kind of a model tenant, paid on time, had no issues with them, a veteran, a well-respected chiropractor. So how does that fit with a fit of rage?
You know, well, right now, I'm sorry.
Yes, please.
Philip or Nick? I apologize.
The question is an important one, because there's no evidence of motive presented in this case, and you would think that if you have such a fit of rage going on in the scene, that the jury would want to know what the motive is. I think that's a weak point in the prosecutor's case. It's something the defendants could explore, especially if there is no forensic evidence linking the defendant to the evidence that they described that they collected.
Philip, what do you think?
If they don't have a motive and they don't have any forensics and they don't have a confession, this doctor is going to walk out of court a free man. I just think we're all being a little impatient, because I trust that more evidence is coming. Otherwise, they wouldn't have filed this case.
Okay, so suppose that more evidence is coming, and yet the defense has this really kind of cohesive theory, alternative theory of all these possible suspects, these tenants who have been alienated by this management company. Philip, do you think that can combat what the state is presenting?
Well, it depends. The time of death was 6-something in the morning, when he is apparently seen going into the management company office on video. I believe that's going to be coming soon. And he better have a darn good reason as to why he's going in there at that odd hour. That's for starters. And then number two, the person is only there for 13 minutes, and the person who went in is wearing clothes that seems to match Dr. Isaac's clothes that are in his washer and dryer at home. So it's a very tight timeline. And unless he's got an alibi or can point to some third party that was involved or has a twin, I think he is in jeopardy.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you both for your expertise. And of course, we look forward to getting more of your thoughts as we break down some of our other top legal stories here on Court TV. Still ahead, breaking new developments in the Doomsday Couple murder case. Chad Daybell could face the death penalty when he goes to trial. We take a closer look at that.